Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Quad Horse UX. So I have recently changed the name of my channel from Arshdeep Singh to Quad Horse. So in case you guys are confused, this is what happened. So today I'm going to be speaking about Typekit. What is Typekit? Typekit is a font service provided by Adobe, and it's available to all the Creative Cloud members, right? So when you come to this website called fonts.adobe, it's same as Typekit. It's a recent name change that Adobe has done. So when you come to this website, you'll see two important links. One is browse fonts and other is font packs. Now font pack, let me walk you through font packs, what font packs is all about. Now when I click on font packs, it's going to give me some curated designs the Adobe has listed for us for the users, and it's basically designs which are using certain fonts. And if you're interested in using those fonts in your designs, all you have to do is click on the button here, and it's going to sync whatever the fonts you have available in that particular design with your Creative Cloud application. As you can see, three fonts were activated on my Creative Cloud. Okay, now coming back to the main browse fonts. Now this is where the list of all the fonts is. Now this is the basically the library of fonts. On the left hand side you have your filters, depending on what sort of fonts you're looking for: sans serif, serif, slab serif, scripts, etc., right? And you have the recommendation. In case you're looking for fonts that are suitable for paragraphs, it's going to filter out the fonts that are going to be useful for you. And then you have the properties: weight, width, x height, contrast, standard or caps only, default figure style, right? So these are some of the things that you can filter out your fonts. And then you have the language filter. So this allows you to filter out fonts depending on the type of characters. For example, in German there are certain characters which might not be available in English. And then on the top you have the view of the list, and the grid view and the list view. I prefer list view because this is much more cleaner. And then you have the sample. You can try out your samples, whatever the word you're looking for. Let's say hello world, how you doing? Right. So this updates your fonts, and you can see how they're looking about, right? And then you can also change the size of the fonts, right? And of course on the top you have default and Japanese. Now in case you want to go for Japanese graphic designs, you can use this feature. And as you can see, the filters have also changed on the left hand side. Okay, now coming back to default, I want to be able to use let's say something interesting font, and I want to be able to use it with my website and my project and Photoshop and Illustrator. So let's use this Regulator Nova. So it's pretty strange font. Let's use it. Okay, so all I have to do is just activate the font, click on this button. It's going to activate this font for me, right? So let's see how it looks about in Photoshop. The name of the font is Regulator Nova. So I'm going to go to my Photoshop. So these are some pre-written text that I have here. So my font was Regulator. I'm going to drop down the fonts. I'm going to click on TK. TK means all the fonts that are available from Typekit, and look for my particular font that I just linked. So it was Regulator. So there you are. So my font is now updated. So in case I want to look for more fonts, let's try for the second one. What I'm going to do is click this TK button here, and what this is going to do, it's going to open the same page as this one in my browser. Okay, so this is how you use your fonts in Photoshop. But how do you use them in Illustrator? So what Illustrator has done is they have simplified this process Adobe has simplified this process a lot. So let's say I have the first character. I want to change it to the font that something new font I want to be able to use. So what I need to do is I'm going to click on Find More, and it's going to give me a list of all the fonts that are available in Typekit. Okay, so what that means is let's use this font. I want to be able to use this font, and this is available in Typekit. You can see the cloud, and there was a arrow button pointing at there was an arrow button. That means I can sync this font. Now this font is synced. I've got this message, and I can use this font very easily to me. So this is very easy to use to find more fonts on Illustrator. Okay, so now that being said, so let's use it on the web now. So I've created this small template, and we're going to be using our font on this H1. Hey, how are you? It's slightly different to use it on the web. So you want to be looking for this particular icon. So this the code icon. What this means is that by clicking on this, I should be able to use this font in my website. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to give me a modal. In the modal, you need to create a project. And here is the list of all the projects that I'm using. So I'm going to create a new project just for the fun of it. Let's call it world. As you can see, this font is listed here. So in case you have more font types within, for example, lighter, thinner, italic, it's going to have a big list. So you can check and uncheck those fonts. So I'm going to do create. It has created a project for me, and it is giving me certain links. So this is the link for me that I have to paste in my HTML header. I go back to my header, my HTML page, and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to be going back to the website again to fetch additional code. As you can see this icon, copy to clipboard. I'm going to copy this and paste this code in my CSS. This was a CSS code. I'm going to simply paste it with Control V, save the file, and let's open it in the Explorer. Right? Let's open it in the browser. As you can see, my font is updated, and my text is updated with the font that I've just synced. So this is how you use it on your websites. Now, another alternative to use this font is you can just simply copy this URL. Okay, if you don't want to use the link in the header, you can do it to style.css, and what you need to do is just use add import property and paste your code URL in that particular file. And now, as you can see, my font is still available, right? So this is a pretty cool feature that Typekit provides. You are able to use your fonts from your applications to your websites very easily. Okay, so this was my brief introduction about Adobe fonts. I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe and like, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Take care. Bye.